Is this the best vlogging camera on the market today? Well, we're going to ask a few questions and have a good look at it, and I'll give you the answer. So make sure you watch right to the end. So this is the Sony ZV-1. Now I've got to apologise to our American cousins over the pond. It's a ZV-1, not a ZV-1. We say, I'll put my teeth back in, we say Z in this country, not Z, so it's a ZV-1. Now the beauty of this camera, or one of the beauties of this camera, is it's always ready to go. So here you are, it's all switched off. To turn it on, all I do is pull out the flippy screen and there you go. We're all ready. It shoots video, it shoots photos, it will take photos in JPEG mode. There you go, look, turned itself off. In JPEG it will shoot raw photos, and the photos that come out of this camera are excellent. The JPEGs that come out of this camera are bright, clear, everything that you could ask for. In fact, I don't even bother shooting raw anymore. I just take the JPEG straight out of this camera, they're that good. As for video, in the video I made a little while back about my GoPro, complaining that once again it had broken, this is the camera I used, and the comments I got about how good the video quality was and everything were endless. I got dozens and dozens of comments asking what camera I'd used and telling me how good the video quality was and everything else. That was taken on this camera. One of the beauties of it is it's small, it's compact, it fits in your pocket, it goes anywhere with you. It'll go in your camera bag, it'll go in your coat pocket, it'll go in your trouser pocket, and all you need to do is pull it out your pocket and away you go. You're ready to take photos, you're ready to take videos. Now, it is better than obviously using your mobile phone because there's so much more available on it. It's got a fantastic zoom on it. The audio is really good. This on the top is a dead cat. Underneath that there's a microphone. Now the microphone, if you're in the house or where there's no wind, is great. But if it's a bit breezy, you just slide the dead cat on and that cuts down on your wind noise. If you want, it's got a microphone jack on the side there. You plug a microphone in and you can connect it to a lav mic, and there you go. If you want to put a radio mic on, like a DJI radio mic, take the dead cat off, it clips on there, connects to your microphone, you've got a radio mic on that works over a good distance and gives you really good audio quality. So you get good audio and you get good video with it. Now there are one or two things about the camera that people complain about, and I don't find a problem with it. The thing is this lens is a little bit tight. So if I'm vlogging and I turn the screen around like that so I can see myself and I start videoing, so from there the picture is reasonably tight, so there's not a lot going off around my head, you know, so you can't see a lot of background to it. The good thing is, when it's recording, if you look, I'll press the video button and there's a little red light comes on the front. So I know it's recording. If I decide that I'm going to use it on a chest mount and I'm not sure if it's recording or not, I can just look down like that with the little red lights on. I know I'm good to go. So that's great. If I wanted to get a wider field of view on it, I stick this on it. Now this is an extra lens that fits on. I'm not going to fit it on all the way and tighten it all the way up, but what happens is it slides on there, you take the lens cap off, nice big bright lens on it, and it works exactly the same. You just, there you go, we're all ready to go. And if I video that, and you can see from the same distance I get much more of a surrounding area. The lens is not quite so tight. which does make it a bit better for vlogging. Now, one of the things you can do is you can get one of these small tripods and things and put that on just to extend the range so it's a bit further from you, just to give you that extra bit of separation. But I tend not to bother. I've got reasonably long arms, so I'm okay. The battery life on it is not absolutely fantastic. If you look at it, it's only a really small battery. So you've got a choice. You can stick 3 or 4 of those in your pocket, they take no space up at all. Or you can do what I do, is I open the flap up, plug a cable in, the other end goes into a power bank, and if I've got it on a chest mount, it's being powered all the time. So while I'm recording, it's being powered. When I turn it off, it's still being powered. So it's got power to it all day, and it'll run all day. Or until the memory card's full. So that's not a problem for me. One of the other gripes is that the mount for the tripod is right just there, which means to get into the battery or the SD card, you've got to demount the camera from the tripod. But once again, I never fill a memory card up, and it's got, you know, I plug it into a power supply, so it's not a major problem. Now, to buy one of these cameras, you can get them for less than £600 now, which is a bit more than a GoPro, but it's so much more versatile. I mean, okay, the dog's barking outside, it wants to come back in. Hang on a minute, I'm going to let the dog in. That's it, the dog's in. Where was I? Yeah, so like I say, it's not a problem for me. I never fill a SD card in a day, and I give it its own power supply. So, like I say, that's not a major problem. The controls on it are dead simple. We've got a wheel on the back for the menus. We've got a button, dedicated button for photos, dedicated button for video. We've got a mode button on the top, and we've got a power on and off, which I never use because I always do it like that. And that, in a nutshell, is the Z, not Z, ZV-1. Cracking little camera. 2 years now, and I still love it. In fact, when I went to Egypt, this is the camera that I used all the time. I practically never used a GoPro at all. Alright, it's a bit bigger in my pocket, but it's such a good camera. It's so much better than a GoPro for taking on holidays, taking holiday snaps, holiday videos and everything else. If I had to choose between a GoPro and one of these, I would use one of these any day of the week. Right, so I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, give it a thumbs up, please share, please subscribe, and guess what? I'll see you in the next one. Bye everybody, see you soon.